What's up, fam? Welcome back to another episode of Conscious Living with Jess. Today's episode is going to be about mental health. So, I actually just finished a therapy session right now with my therapist of a year and a half, and today was my final session. I'm getting a new therapist. So, what I did was I was living in like a very suburb, rural area previously with my family. And so the insurance that I had didn't really have a lot of services. I kept getting sent to San Francisco, which is fine. But I figured if I'm going to get sent to San Francisco, I live in Oakland now, I might as well just transfer all of my services there. So starting a program called Adapt 360, y'all. It's an outpatient program in SF. I ain't got no shame but to tell you the truth with a capital T. I've been struggling a lot with Adderall, and I'm finding out that a lot of people take Adderall. Be careful. It's very addicting, especially if you take other medications. I'm not a doctor, but I will say if you're not getting it from your doctor, maybe check in with yourself and see what exactly you can do. So, anyways, I was telling my therapist about how I just feel like I'm not progressing. And I just was unhappy. I felt like my anger is still not subsiding. I have bipolar disorder 1. I was diagnosed in 2015. And it took me until 2020 to accept and acknowledge that I actually had it and that it was real. So I was talking to my therapist about my anger and my rage, and she was saying that those are just feelings of sadness, disappointment, and abandonment, and that we create really high expectations for other people and ourselves, which leaves us feeling really upset or angry or neglected. But the biggest thing is self-worth. So when you're feeling angry or you're feeling upset, you want to really check in and see, how can I take care of myself? So that's my whole thing, is like when I feel that anger in my chest, when I feel it in my stomach, how can I take care of myself better so that I can get over that feeling and move on and enjoy my day? Because the rage is simply just implying that there's something within yourself that needs to be paid attention to, that needs love. So a really cool thing I wanted to share with y'all is my progress. So I didn't think I made much progress in a year and a half, but let me tell you where I was in November of 2019. I had just gotten out of a really bad breakup. I just got a job. I didn't have a job. I was on disability. I also was severely depressed. I mean, clinical depression. I was diagnosed with seasonal depression because of it. I also had some issues with marijuana. I didn't have a healthy relationship with it. I had suicidal and homicidal thoughts, which were extremely scary. And I was very vocal and honest with my doctor that I felt this way, but I would never act on it. So speak about how it is you truly, truly feel, because you just never know what's going to happen. It's just facts. I had high anxiety. Like when I said on a scale of 1 to 10 how high my anxiety was, it was 11. I had just moved from Los Angeles. Did I say I went through a terrible breakup? If I didn't, let's make that a note, because it's important to say twice. Breakups can really have an effect on your mind, body, and soul. And I also didn't have an inner circle, which was people that I needed to support me. So my therapist was like, let's talk about now what's going on, right? Let's talk about the wins. She said, relapse is a part of the journey for mental health. Mental health relapse can be drugs. It can be your mindset. It can be your habits, right? It just all depends. So I would definitely recommend that you even take this opportunity to write down where you were a year ago, and then write down where you are now. So here we go. I learned how to advocate for myself. I did therapy for a year and a half straight. I also went 6 months sober from all drugs and all alcohol. So no marijuana, no magic mushrooms. Yeah, Phil, no Adderall. I'm being honest and transparent with y'all, because folks in my generation are using these things and no one's talking about it. And that's the problem. More people talk about it, less people would be getting caught up in these substances. So I got no shame. I'm willing to share my story so that it can inspire you to inspire someone else, so that you can live your best life. Because let me tell you, I am rejoicing in my mental health now. I am so proud of the progress that I have made. I put in hard work. That 6 months of sobriety led me to grad school, and I'm now in school as a student full time. So God is good, y'all. Take care of your mental health. It matters. You matter. Blessings, love, and light. And I'll talk to y'all soon.